Good morning, 420 cichlids. Apparently it's impossible for me to do a video without my cat getting involved, so you're just going to have to deal with it. I am going to do a bit of a review on some of the foods that I use today and just kind of let you know why I use them. Hopefully this helps some of the newcomers into the hobby. So let's start with my frozen foods. Frozen foods, bloodworms. I use nothing but Hikari brand. The reason I use the Hikari brand is because it has been filtered, so it's guaranteed to be free from parasites and all that crap. I have never had an issue feeding Hikari bloodworms to any of my fish. I've never had parasites, none of that. So Hikari brand, and the same with my brine shrimp. I use the spirulina brine shrimp from Hikari, and it's filtered once again, guaranteed to have no parasites, no bad smells in your tank. So if you were going to feed brine shrimp or any kind of shrimp, Hikari brand. Next up, for my dry foods, Northfin. I've been Northfin right off the bat. Read nothing but amazing reviews about them, and I've had absolutely no issues. My fish love it. I've had no illnesses, no nothing like that. So I feed a mix of cichlid formula and veggie formula simply because I still have Mbuna in my tank. If you've got nothing but peacocks and hats, just stick with the cichlid. There's not much of a difference between the two of them. I think there's about 4% protein difference. The veggie having 4% less than the cichlid formula. Other than that, they're basically the same food. Like I said, just a little less protein for the Mbuna. And then on to a new food that I've recently started using is bug bites. My fish go absolutely nuts for these guys. I use, these ones are a floating pellet. They're the 5 to 7 millimeter pellet. And the fish love these. I also use a sinking pellet, which is a much smaller pellet. Mostly so the smaller fish can get in there and get some. Eventually I'll just be using nothing but the floating pellet. And then when it comes to water conditioners, I use nothing but Prime. I use Prime if my tank were to crash, which I've had happen with some of my smaller tanks in the past, to detoxify pneumonia and nitrates and everything like that. If I have a massive nitrate issue, I will dose with Prime as well to detoxify and make it safe for my fish. So Prime comes in extremely handy. It is super concentrated, so you don't need a lot. This bottle should last someone with, say, 50, 60 gallon tank quite a while, quite a few months. Yeah, so I'm not much for chemicals in my tank. I prefer to try to go as natural as possible. Prime is usually the only chemical that goes in my tank. If I were to have a parasite, internal parasite or something like that, then I would dose my food with Metaplex and with Paragard and Garlic Guard, and then feed. But I don't use any chemical in my filtration other than Purigen, and that's simply, again, for high nitrates. And they say it's for water clarity as well, but I've got other things to get my water clear. But yeah, Prime, if you don't have it, go and get it. It is a fish keeper's best friend. So I hope this little video helped some of you. If you have any questions or comments, or would you like to see any other product reviews, I'll try to go, and if you have a product you want to see reviewed, I'll try to go and pick it up from the store and test it out, and I'll give you guys a review on it. So have a good 420, everybody. Smoke them if you got them.